Welcome to today's class. Today's topic is polynomial. Today we will discuss what are the questions going to ask from the polynomial chapter. Okay, maybe the first question might be based on the definition of the polynomial itself. Like they will give some polynomials and they may ask among the following which is not a polynomial or which is polynomial. Clear or not? So first thing we should know the definition of the polynomial. So what is the definition of the polynomial? How will be the polynomial? See, in algebraic expression, okay, no? In the algebraic expressions, variables will be the power of the variable. Okay, no? The power of the variable must be a whole number or non-negative integral power. Okay, no? The variable should consist non-negative integral power, or variable can have whole number. The power can be whole number. Such a polynomial, such a expressions are polynomials. Okay, now other than if it is any negative or any integer or any rational powers are there, means it's not a polynomial. I'll give an example. Suppose 2x square plus 3x plus 5 is equals to 0. Just you observe here x is the variable. Okay, here x power is 1 whole number, here x power is 2 whole number. So it's a polynomial. So the same equation I will see just 3 root x plus 5 is equals to 0. Is it a polynomial? No, it's not a polynomial. Why? Because this can be written as 3 into x to the power of 1 by 2 plus 5 is equals to 0. Okay, no? The same one. So we know root can be written as power 1 by 2. See, here variable is x. The variable power is non-negative integral power. Means it's not an integer. Clear or not? It's not a whole number. So it's not a polynomial. Okay, no? Maybe they can ask in this manner. Clear or not? So later, next what they can ask? Maybe they can ask to find out the degree of the polynomial. Clear or not? So they will give one polynomial. They may ask what is the degree of this polynomial. Clear or not? So I will explain in the example. Then you will do. So I will take few examples. First one is what? 2x square plus 3x plus 6 is equals to 0. It's a polynomial. What is the degree of this polynomial? I'll tell you. 5x to the power of x, 3x square plus 7x is equals to 0. It's also a polynomial. What is the degree of this polynomial? 3x plus 2 square is equals to 0. This is also a polynomial. So what is the degree of this polynomial? We have to find out. Clear or not? If it is a polynomial, then obviously there will be degree for that polynomial. That we have to find out. Clear or not? So first of all, what is the degree of polynomial? See, degree means what? The highest power of the variable in the polynomial is nothing but the degree of that polynomial. Suppose if any polynomial is there, in the highest power of the variable we have to find out. Okay, no? That is nothing but the degree of that polynomial. Here you see variable, here x is the variable. Okay, no? Here x to the power of 1. Here power is 1. Come here to come here. Okay, here also x is the variable, the power is 2. Okay, no? 2 is greater than 1. So the highest power in this polynomial is what? X square, means x to the power of 2. So the degree of this polynomial is what? 2. What is the degree? 2 is the degree. Same manner, x to the power of 1, x to the power of 2, x to the power of 6. Which is the highest power? X to the power of 6 is the highest power. So the degree of this polynomial is what? 6. What is the degree of this polynomial? 6. So when come to here, what is the degree of this polynomial? Okay, now here variable is there. Can I say directly? the degree of this polynomial is 2? Can I say? No. Why? Because here one single terms are there, monomial terms are there. Clear or not? Here binomial is there. First you should expand this. Okay, it is like identity. This is an identity, a plus b whole square. First you expand it. Later you find out the highest power. So that will be the degree of this polynomial. Okay, no? Instead of a plus b whole square, they can ask a plus b whole cube or any identity they can ask. First you have to simplify that. Later you have to find out the highest power. So that is nothing but the degree of that polynomial. Clear or not? So first a plus b whole square. Here a is 2x, b is 1. A plus b whole square. Find a square plus 2ab plus b square equals to 0. Clear or not? So write down 4x square plus 4x plus 1 is equals to 0. So the highest power is what? X square. Clear or not? So the degree of this polynomial is what? 2. Very simple concept. So next is what? They may ask to find out the value of the polynomial for a particular value. Means, if suppose they will give a polynomial like this, one polynomial they will give. Okay, no? Here variable is there, no? For that variable also they will give one value. Okay, no? If it is x is something, then what will be that polynomial? That is nothing but value of the polynomial. Clear or not? I will take example, then we will get a clarity. See, they will give polynomial like this. Okay, no? Okay, no? They will give value for the variable also. They may ask to find out the value of this polynomial for x is equals to 2, or x is equals to 1, or negative value also, or x is equals to 0 also. They can ask anything. Clear or not? That is nothing but value of the polynomial. They will give one polynomial and they will give variable also. For the variable also they will give one value. Okay, no? If they ask you to find out the value of that polynomial, means just you should take that variable value and you should substitute in the polynomial and simplification. Okay, the final answer is nothing but the value of that polynomial for a particular value of the variable. So first I will go with the x is equals to 2. Nothing. Just wherever you have x, just substitute 2. Okay. So the simple one, p of 2 is equals to 2 into 2 square plus 3 into 2 plus 1. Clear? So 2 into 4, 3 2s are 6 plus 1. 8 plus 7 is nothing but 15. So value of the polynomial for this polynomial at x is equals to 2, the value of this polynomial is what? 15. Clear or not? At x is equals to 1, what will be the value of this polynomial? At x is equals to 1, what will be the value? Just nothing. Wherever you have x, you just substitute 1. So p of 1. Okay. So 2 into 1 square, 3 into 1 plus 1. What do you get? 2, 3 plus 1, 6. Okay. At x is equals to 1, the value of this polynomial is what? 6. If suppose 0. Nothing. Wherever you have x, substitute 0. 2 into 0 square. 3 into 0 plus 1. 0 into anything is 0. So this is 0, this is 0. So the value is 1. Very simple, no? Very good. It's so easy. Clear or not? How to find out the value of the polynomial? Just instead of the variable, what the value they assign, that substitute it, simplify it. The final answer is nothing but the value of the polynomial. Next, how they can ask means, they can ask to find out the 0 of the polynomial. Clear or not? Value of the polynomial is different from 0 of the polynomial. Value of the polynomial is what? The x value, they will mention the x value. Just that x value you should substitute in the polynomial and you have to simplify. The result is the value of that polynomial for a particular value. Clear or not? That is the value of the polynomial. 0 of the polynomial means what? For some certain value of the variable, some certain value of the x, the value of the polynomial should be 0. Then that x value is 0 of the polynomial. I will explain with the example, then you will get a clarity. Okay. Suppose p of x is equals to x plus 6. Linear equation. Clear or not? What is the 0 of this polynomial? Not value of the polynomial. 0 of the polynomial. 0 of the polynomial means what? We should find out the x value. Okay, no? If they ask you to find out the value of the polynomial means they will give x value. Just you have to find out the p of x value. Clear or not? 0 of the polynomial means they will give p of x value. You should find out the x value. Okay, no? 0 of the polynomial means directly you can take. Okay, no? Some certain value of x. Okay, no? Some certain value of x. We don't know that x value. Just you assume it. For some value of x, the value of this polynomial is 0. This is the given. Whenever they will ask to find out the 0 of the polynomial, we can equate p of x is equals to 0. Okay, so p of x means what? X plus 0. Sorry, x plus 6. X plus 6 is equals to 0. Okay, just you transpose it. Okay, no? Just you transpose the x first. X is equals to minus 6 is the 0 of this polynomial. Okay, no? X is equals to minus 6 is the 0 of this polynomial. This is for the linear equation. If it is a quadratic equation, I will take one quadratic equation also. P of x is equals to x square minus 3x plus 2. Clear or not? So this is the quadratic equation. If you want to find out the 0 of this polynomial, so how to find out? First thing what you have to assume, p of x is equals to 0. Clear or not? P of x means what? X square minus 3x plus 2 is equals to 0. So it's a simple example. Okay, now by looking at the problem itself, we can directly say what will be the zeros. For what values of x the polynomial will give 0 as the answer. Easily we can find out. Clear or not? So we have to solve this by the factorization method. Means you should split the middle term. That is the next concept. In the next session I will explain how to solve by the factorization method. Okay, now? So right now what I will do, I will assume randomly I will substitute some values. Okay, now whether it is going to be 0 or not, the value is going to be 0 or not, we will cross check. Okay, now actually what to do, you should factorize this way. Okay, now you should factorize, then you have to do that. Factorize clearly I will explain later, or else simply directly I will do here. Later you can do it. So what you can do, x square minus 2x minus 6 plus 2 is equals to 0. X common. So x minus 2. Here is what? Minus 1 common. So we will have to take x minus 2 is equals to 0. X minus 2 is common. X minus 1 is equals to 0. Either x is equals to 2 or x is equals to 1. Clear or not? For these two values, the value will be 0. If you want to substitute 2 2s are 4. Here 6. 4 plus 6, 6 minus 6 plus 6 minus 6, 0. X is equals to 1, 1, 3, 2, 1 plus 2, 3, minus 3, 0. Clear or not? So, here you may get doubt, you may have confusion. Okay, now, how I did this one? Okay, now, this is nothing but a factorization. So, how I did this? I will explain now. Okay, now, very important concept. Factorization is very important concept. They may ask to factorize. Clear or not? By solve this equation or solve this polynomial by factorization or factorize this polynomial? They can ask. I will take one example and I will explain how to solve a factorization problems. How to factorize the given polynomial. So first I will take one quadratic equation. Okay, x square minus 7x plus 6 is equals to 0. Okay, if suppose if they ask you to factorize this polynomial, so how to factorize this? So the first thing is what? Here, based on the degree, you should identify which is the middle term. Here x to the power of 0, here x to the power of 1, here x to the power of 2. Which one is the middle one? X to the power of 1 is the middle one. So this is minus 7x, including sign. Okay, no? Minus 7x is the middle term. Okay, no? The middle term we have to split it into two parts. Okay, no? How we should split? So for that I will take general form of quadratic equation and I will explain. Okay, no? You may already know that in the while explaining the chapter itself we said. Okay, even one side, quick revision. Suppose general form. How will be the general form? Ax square plus bx plus c is equals to 0. This is the general form of quadratic equation. So here bx is the middle term. How to split the middle term means, how we have to split the middle term means b. How we have to split means we have to split like a p plus q. Okay, no? If we are adding two terms, we should get a b value. Okay, no? The same two terms if we are multiplying means you should get the product of a and c. Clear or not? We have to consider two values. How should be those two values means if we are adding those two values means you should get a b, middle term b with a sign. Sign is very important. Okay, no? If you are multiplying the same two numbers means you should get a product of a and c. Clear or not? So now is what? Here minus 7. Clear or not? You should search for the two numbers. You have to search for two numbers. If you are adding those two numbers means you should get a minus 7. Okay, and the same two numbers if you are multiplying means here nothing is there means 1. 1 into 6 should get 6. You have to search for those two numbers. So I will take those two numbers. Minus 7 can be written as minus 6 plus minus 1. Clear or not? See here a into c product 1 into 6, 6. So this can be written as minus 6 into minus 1. So minus 6 and minus 1 is satisfying this condition. So how can I split the middle term? I can split with the minus 6 and minus 1. So x square minus 6x minus x plus 6 is equals to 0. Okay, now from this term what I can take common? I can take x common. The remaining is x minus 6. Okay, now from these two terms what I can take common? Here minus 1 I can take common. Clear or not? So minus 1 x minus 1 into x minus x minus into minus plus minus 1 into 6 is equals to 0. Just you observe, this is one term, this is one term. From these two terms, x minus 6 is the common. So I can take x minus 6 common. So the remaining, here what is the remaining? X is 3. Here what is the remaining? Minus 1 is 3. Equals to 0. So the next, see, product of the two terms is 0 means any one term should be 0. If this simplified answer is 0, then 0 into this one will be 0. Or this simplified answer is 0, 0 into this will be 0. Correct or not? So any one must be 0. Clear or not? Then only their product will be 0. Correct or not? So x minus 6 is equals to 0 or x minus 1 is equals to 0. Clear or not? So x minus 6 should be 0 means what should be the x value? X value must be 6. So that you simplify to it. So x is equals to 6 or x is equals to 1. Okay, if you want x is equals to 6 you substitute. Okay, no? The value will be 0. X is equals to 1, you substitute it, the value will be 0. The same thing I will here. Here or not? Minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, minus 3. 1 into 2 plus 2. Minus 2 into minus 1 plus 2. Split it. X common, here minus 1 common. Here the product is 0 means any one must be 0. Directly I will get x is equals to 2, x is equals to 1. Okay. Some of the students may get confusion. Okay. So I will take one more example and I will solve. Clear now? We will get a clarity. So if anyone have any confusion, okay, now one more example I will take. Please observe properly. So next is what? X square minus 8x plus 12 is equals to 0. This is a quadratic equation. If suppose they ask you to factorize this one, okay, no, factorize this polynomial. So what to do? Factorization is nothing but we should split the middle term. Instead of factorization, it may ask to split the middle term. Okay, no? Find out the 0 of the polynomials by splitting the middle term or by factorization, anything they can ask. So first thing I said, so we should search for the two numbers. The two numbers addition should be minus 8. Sign is very important. The product should be 1 into 12 is 12. The product should be 2. Search for the two numbers. Tell me quickly. Okay, no? What will be the two numbers? Sum should be minus 8. Product should be plus 12. Signs are very important. Don't neglect the signs. What will be the two numbers? So minus 8 can be written as minus 6 plus minus 2. Correct or not? Their addition is minus 8. So with the same numbers plus 12 I mean minus 6 into minus 2. Minus into minus plus 6 2s are 12. So the two numbers are what? 6 into 2. 6 and 2 are the two numbers. So we got two numbers. Then same procedure. Split the middle term. First step is what? We have to split as per those two values. So first minus 6 minus 2x plus 12 is equals to 0. So from first two numbers take x common. Here now x minus 6. From the next two numbers minus 2. So x minus 6 is equals to 0. So from these two terms, x minus 6 is the common. Here now, then remaining here x. Here minus 2 is equal to 0. The product of two numbers is 0. Any one must be 0. Either x minus 6 should be equal to 0 or x minus 2 should be equal to 0. So x value will be what? X is equals to 6 or x is equals to 2. 0 of the polynomials, this one. X is equals to 6 is 1 0, x is equals to 2 is the another 0. Hope you understood. Clear or not? If any doubt, you can ask. So next, see, problem may ask to find out the remainder, or they may ask to find out the factor, whether it is a factor or not, whether what will be the remainder of this one by using remainder theorem or by using factor theorem. By using remainder theorem and factor theorem, easily we can find out whether the given is a factor or not. So for the given polynomial, what will be the remainder? Very easy one. Okay, no? So you be thorough of that statements, remainder theorem statements and factor theorem statements. Okay, no? Sometimes they can ask, define remainder theorem, state remainder theorem, state factor theorem. Means you should write the theorem. Here or not, statement you have to write. So from remainder theorem, see, from remainder theorem, they will give one polynomial and they will give one linear equation. Okay, no? So x value x plus 6 is equals to this. Then what will be the remainder of this theorem? Or find out the remainder. Clear or not? So in such a time, how we should find out means directly we can substitute that value. Suppose I will take an example. See, if p of x is equals to x square minus 8x plus 6. This is a polynomial. Okay, now if they are asking, this one is divided by some any linear polynomial x plus 6. Okay, now this polynomial is divisible by this polynomial, then what will be the remainder? Clear or no? So it is a quadratic, it's a linear. So this polynomial is divisible by this one. Then what will be the remainder? We have to find out by using remainder theorem directly we can say. First thing what you have to do, you should find out the zero of this linear polynomial. Clear or not? Already I have taken here p of x, so we can take it this one as g of x also, no problem. So if you want to find out zero of this polynomial, what I said? Directly you can equate it to 0 first. What I said? Directly you can equate g of x is equals to 0. And then x plus 6 is equals to 0. Then x value is what? Minus 6. So whenever you are finding the remainder, okay, no, what the remainder theorem states that, okay, no, the zero of this polynomial directly you substitute the given polynomial and simplify it. The resultant, the final answer, the simplified answer is nothing but remainder of that polynomial when it is divisible by x plus 6. So x is equals to minus 6, substitute it here, simplify it, the final answer is remainder when it is divisible by this one. When this polynomial is divisible by this one. So x is equals to minus 6. Just to substitute p of minus 6 whole square minus 8 into. Clear? Here. So this is what? Plus 36 minus into minus plus 8 6 is 48 plus. Clear or not? So what is this simplified? 36 6 42 50 90. So when this polynomial is divisible by this one, the remainder will be 90. Clear or not? You can go with any other example also. Suppose p of x is equals. I will take the same this one. Okay, no? Dividend I will take the same one. Only dividend I will different. Okay, no? Divisor I will take the same one. You can go with another example also. Suppose p of x is equals to bx square plus 2x plus 1 x plus 1. Then what will be the remainder? Directly, if it is divisible by x plus 1 means what will be the x value? Minus 1. Directly you can say. Don't waste time. Okay? So substitute that x is equals to minus 1. So what will you get? Minus 1. Okay. 3 into minus 1 whole square plus 2 into minus 1 plus 1. Clear on that? So this is 1. 1 into 3. Here minus 2 plus 1. Okay. So the answer is what? 2. So remainder will be what? 2. When this polynomial is divisible by x plus 1, then remainder will be 2. If you want, you can go with the visual division method also. See, from the factor theorem, what they can ask means, they will give one polynomial. That polynomial is divisible by this polynomial, then it is a factor of this polynomial or not. That you have to find out. Okay, now see. The previous remainder theorem is that with that I will tell you whether it is a factor or not. Okay, even factor theorem statements also saying the same one. Okay, now if remainder is 0, then it's a factor. If the remainder is non-zero, then it's not a factor. Okay, so for that I will take one simple example and I will explain. So suppose if p of x is what? X square plus 6x plus 5. Okay, now if it is divisible by x plus 5, then this is a factor of this or not? We have to cross check. maybe they can ask, okay, no? Cross check or verify it's a factor of this polynomial or not. Clear or not? In that time what we have to find out? We should find out the remainder. Okay, no? Even if they are asking a factor also, you should apply the remainder theorem. You should cross check the remainder, whether remainder is 0 or not. If remainder is 0, then obviously it will be a factor of this one. If remainder is non-zero, then it's not a factor. Very easy, simple. Okay. So here, what is the x value? X is equals to -5. Just substitute -5 whole square plus 6 into -5 plus 5. Okay. So -5 whole square is what? 25 plus into minus is 5 are 30 plus 5. So remainder is 0. Then it's a factor. Clear or not? If suppose for the same one, if they ask one more and x plus 2, whether x plus 2 is a factor of this one or not. So x plus 5 is a factor. Yes, it's a factor. So x plus 2 we have to find. X plus 2 means what is the x value? -2. Clear or not? Just you substitute. X is equals to -2. Clear or not? So -2 whole square plus 6 into -2 plus 5. So 4 minus 12 plus 5. What you can get? 4 9 minus 3. So -3 is not equals to 0. So it's not a factor. Clear or not? -3 is not equals to 0. So x plus 2 is not a factor of this polynomial. Only x plus 5 is a factor by remainder. Remainder is 0, it's a factor. If remainder is non-zero, it's not a factor. Very easy and simple concept. Okay. So next concept is what? From the factorization, I explained only for the quadratic equation. Correct or not? They may ask to cubic also. By quadratic also, they can ask. So in that time, how to find it? If they ask you to factorize any cubic polynomial, means how to simplify that cubic polynomial, how to factorize that given cubic polynomial. I will take one example and I will explain. Same method you can apply for any other polynomials also. So first, see x cube minus 3x minus 11x plus 5 if it is equals to 0. Okay. If they ask you to factorize this one, so what we have to do? How to factorize the given cubic polynomial? Okay, quadratic already we learned. So first thing what you have to do, you have to observe the constant term. You have to observe the constant term. Clear or not? If constant term is outside, then directly you can go with x is equals to 0 and you can simplify. X value you can take it as a 0. Okay. If it is constant term is present, you should consider the constant term. You should find out the factors for the constant terms. Factors of 5 plus or minus 1 and plus or minus 5. Clear or not? Negative, both negative and positive factors you have to write. If it is any other numbers are there, you should write the factors first. Okay, no? In that I should substitute one value here. Whether the number will be a factor of this polynomial or not. Suppose x is equals to 1, plus 1 is there, plus 1 you have to substitute. Whether the value will be equal to 0 or not, you have to check. X is equals to minus 1, x is equals to plus 5, x is equals to minus 5. Okay, among this value, one value will give x is equal, the value will be 0, the polynomial value will give 0. So what is that value? You have to cross check. So directly, without wasting your time, I will go with x is equals to 5. X is equals to 5. Substituting this one. Okay. So p of 5 is equals to x cube. Directly I will write. X cube is what? 125. 5 cube is what? 125. Minus 5 square is 25. 25 into 3, 75. 11 into 5, 55 plus 5. Clear or not? positive negatives dividing 130, 80 plus 50, 130 minus 130. So P of 5 is a factor for this polynomial. Clear or not? So we got one factor for this polynomial already. The factor is nothing but x minus 5. X minus 5 is a one factor. So next, how to solve this one? They asked to complete factorization. Just we got one factor. X minus 5 is a factor. Correct or not? So we should go with the usual division. We already know how to divide. Okay? So x minus 5, then we take x cubed minus 3x square minus 11x plus 5. Okay? No, leading terms should divide. Okay? So x cubed divided by x is nothing but x square. Correct or not? You write x square here. So x into x square is what? X cubed minus 5x square. Change the signs. And what will be x get cancelled? 2x square minus 11x plus 5. So now again leading terms. Okay, 2x square divided by x. What will get? 2x plus 2x. Signs are very important. Plus 2x. X into 2x. 2x square minus 5 to the 10x. Clear or not? Change the signs. Okay, change the signs. This is the cancels. Okay, minus x plus 5. Minus x plus 5. So again, minus x divided by x minus 1. So we write the minus 1 here. Okay, minus x minus into minus plus 5. So again change the signs. 0. The given polynomial can be written as product of these two. So x cubed minus 3x square minus 11x plus 5 can be written as x minus 5 into x square plus 2x minus 1. Clear or not? See, this is a linear, this is a quadratic. Again, this quadratic, by splitting the middle term or any one concept, you factorize this one, then you directly can write the factorization of the cubic. Already you know how to factorize this. Factorizing, write it, product of all. Here you will get a product of two terms. Those two terms into this one. That is the factorization of this term. Clear or not? Very good. So in this one, identities are very important. Clear or not? Sometimes if it is a cubic one here, generally they have given. Okay, no? Instead of this one, they will give standard one. Standard one is nothing but related to the identity. Expansion of a plus b whole square, or a minus b whole square, or a cube plus b cube, or a cube minus b cube. In such a manner they can ask. Okay, no? Identities are very important. Clear or not? If they are given any quadratic equation also, a plus b into a minus b, a plus b whole square form also they can ask. To factorize also, in the factorization also they can ask. Clear or not? Identities are very important in the polynomial. First learn all identities. Clear or not? Whenever they will give quadratic equation or cubic equation to factorize, first you should compare to the any identity. Quickly you have to compare whether it is in the form of any identity or not. Correct or not? If it is any identity, you can directly simplify. By using this identity we can solve. If not, means you should go with these methods. Clear or not? Learn identities. Clear?